big stretch, my dude. You ready to get bathed? Ooh, you ready to be bathed? Hey guys, welcome to another weekly reading vlog. Happy Monday, happy spring break. We have a theme for this week. So as I've mentioned before, I'm a part of Jan Agaton's Patreon, The Lair. Super awesome. You should go check it out and come hang out with us. This week we are doing a Battle of the Buddy Reads readathon. So basically we have this ongoing list of all these buddy read books and full moon book club picks and just like general vibe books that we're constantly talking about and working our way through. So we decided to dedicate this whole week into trying to knock out some of those. So I actually have a TBR for the week. It's Monday and I've already strayed away from that, but it's fine. So I'm about 120 pages into Lessons in Chemistry. I was not interested in this at all. It takes place in the 60s. It's about a woman in STEM, but she's also like a star of this like really popular cooking show. This book is everywhere, like tons of hype surrounding it, and I just kind of wanted to steer clear, but I found it used. So I picked it up on a whim because I knew this readathon was coming, and Beebs actually picked this out for me to start yesterday, and I love it. It's such an easy read. It is so funny. It is so dark. It is so good. And this is a debut. Like, are you kidding? Like this is a debut. Like, people need to be taking notes. I'm not going to name any names, but people need to be taking notes. So I'm about 120 pages into this. Hopefully I can get more through it. I have a lot of physical books this week where I'm more of an audiobook listener through the work week. So we'll see how many of these I actually get through. I also have Tripping Arcadia. This is the full moon book club pick for this month. I don't know anything about this. All I know is this author is engaged to S.T. Gibson, who wrote A Dowry of Blood. And honestly, I don't need to know anything else. That was enough for me to want to pick it up. And the cover's cool. And my local Barnes had one copy in stock. So I was like, you know what? We'll pick it up because my library doesn't have it because my library sucks. This doesn't really fit any of the prompts. This is more just a Jan vibe because this is her most anticipated. I love the cover. I saw the cover a while back, but I don't know anything about it. I still don't know anything about it. As y'all know, I like to go into my books blind. But before I did buy this on sale, I might add, I was good and I got it on sale. I read this and I liked it. So that was reason enough for me. I DNF books pretty early on when I DNF them, and the first page was very strong, so I bought it. And the last one I have, which is probably the one that I will complete because I also have the audiobook for this, and that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Again, this is like, I think it's set in the 90s about these two sick kids who make a video game together. Like, don't quote me on any of that. This is another one that I really wasn't interested in. We're gonna give it a try. We're trying new things. We're doing the damn thing. But of course, you know me, and I always have to stray away from whatever it is I'm doing. I started a reread of Six of Crows last week. I rewatched season 1 of Shadow and Bone. Season 2 comes out on Thursday, I think. So I'm just like, I'm itching for all the Grisha content. So it seemed like the perfect time to do a reread. I'm real early on into this. I'm about 140 pages in. I'm on chapter 11. I've read this like several times before, so I'm already familiar. It's a really easy read, but I'm having a great time with it. Like, it gets better with every read. So I'm very excited about that, and I will be watching the show as soon as it drops. I also started my reread for Hellbent. Yes, already, because I haven't stopped thinking about it since I finished it in January. I am doing this one on audio this time around, though, and the audiobook is really good. I mean, I liked the audiobook for Ninth House. I enjoy this one more than Ninth House, so I'm having just a great time. I'm about 40% of the way through with it. So I'll get that knocked out because, again, it's on audio, so I'll be able to knock it out while I'm at work. I finished one book today, which was not on the readathon TBR, but it's fine because it was so worth it. I read Mary by Nat Cassidy, and it's a 4-star. If I did like 4 point something, it would be a 4.75 if I rated books like that, but I don't. Like it doesn't have the 5-star feel, you know, but it has literally everything else. Like it is really high up there. Like it will definitely be an honorable mention, if not on my best books of the year list. But it's not quite a 5-star, but I absolutely adored it. I went into it blind. I really don't know anything about it. I feel like that's the best way. It's a horror novel, but if you like horror and if you like deliciously gruesome writing, like this is the book for you. It is so well written. I think that's what I like most about it. Like I really enjoyed the characters and the story, and I was invested the entire time I was listening to it. But this writing, like I need a physical copy because I need to highlight all the things. So I told everyone in the Discord that if they haven't read it yet, they need to, like they need to do it. And you need to do it. Do it. If you take one thing away from this video, read Mary. Please read Mary. Me, children, I need to change the sheets. Do you mind? Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday. I don't think I actually spoke to y'all at all yesterday. Yeah, so I'm slumping, just to put it simply, but it seems that all of us in the lair who are participating are also not getting the most reading done. I feel like my biggest issue right now is I am so anxious for the new season of Shadow and Bone to drop, which comes out tomorrow, by the way, that my mind just can't like handle anything else. Yesterday I did finish my reread of Hellbent. I finished that on audio, and it was just as perfect the second time around. Like, Leigh Bardugo is a true goddess on earth. And when I came home from work, I didn't do any reading at all. I started annotating my paperback copy of Ninth House. But honestly, I didn't even make it to the actual story. Like, I annotated the beginning pages. Like, I'm trying out the scrapbook style of annotation. So I was using like washi tape and stickers and stuff like that, where it was more like a decor. I annotated the map. Am I the only one who does that? I put hearts around Il Bastone because I'm convinced that the love story in these books is between Alex and that house, but that's just my own opinion. My mom also finished Hellbent yesterday too, so that was fun. We talked about that for a bit, and it was a good time. So I don't know what to read next. I haven't finished anything else. I haven't finished / started anything else that's on my actual TBR. I do have the audiobook for tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, so I'll probably start that today. I didn't know if I wanted to do the audio or read it physically, but I guess I'll try the audio since I have it, and I can always go back later, because I had asked and I got kind of like a 50-50 of like, oh, listen to the audiobook, oh, read it physically. So we'll see. I'll give it a try. I'll check it out. I don't even know if I'm gonna like it, so I'm kind of getting ahead of myself on that one. The only audiobook I have left for my TBR picks, everything else is physical, so we'll see. We get real excited about gas stations, so I'm gonna take you to a real big one. It's called Buc-ee's.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything bigger at Buc-ee's. The first time I came here, I didn't know what it was, and when I got here, I was like,
that many gas pumps. Really?
Yeah, those are all the gas pumps. Mascot is the beaver, Bucky the beaver. Look at this. Those are just gas pumps. And this is it. It's a glorified gas station, but it is really cool. I'll take y'all inside. We got good old Bucky the beaver. Iconic Texas icon right here. All right, now we're gonna go in. Okay, Beebs, now you can say hi. I know y'all are probably sick of the blue bonnets, but I'm not. Look at how pretty.